Hey everybody, tonight I'm squeaking in under the wire to get one more video out for January. It's been a unproductive month. But tonight's video, whenever you're watching it, is about domestic violence, at least a little bit. It kind of is a follow-on with the corporal punishment video that I did before, and this one will be a response for Philip Zeplin's video. So you can check that out, link downstairs. Hey everybody, welcome back. Yeah, a little vacation and then got lazy and stuff like that. Tonight, really, what I want to talk about is a single thing. We're going to talk about bullying and domestic violence and how that relates to corporal punishment, and just a little thought experiment that I think might be interesting, or at least, something to think about. I have nothing to back it up, but we'll see. So I was watching Philip Zeplin's video about domestic violence and domestic violence in Japan. It follows on with a lot of what I had said in the previous video about the Osaka boy who killed himself because his coach had hit him, and the taibatsu situation in schools in general, and in that case in particular. So the short version of that video is there's never any reason for a teacher or coach to hit a student or an athlete. This has been, actually today I saw it on the news. The guy's name is Sonoda Ryuji, Sonoda. Anyway, he is the Olympic coach or assistant coach for the Japan female judo team. And he has resigned, or he has tendered his resignation. Whether it's accepted or not remains to be seen, although they should really accept it. He has been accused of violently abusing and instilling fear in the female judoka were under his tutelage. His reasoning, we'll say, is that he felt he was under a lot of pressure and wanted to bring the team up to their highest potential in the shortest amount of time. No. And he said he felt a lot of pressure to bring back gold, etc., etc., etc. Sure. And from a judo team from Japan, absolutely, there's a ton of pressure on the coaches to make sure that their athletes perform. Is it right? No. Does the coach need the spine and, we'll say, fortitude to be able to resist the pressure that's put upon them? That's their job. So yeah, I get it. There's a lot of pressure. Yes, you have to perform. They're supposed to perform. Yes, you are going to take critique if they don't bring back gold or silver or bronze or all three. Too bad. That's the deal. For more information, I'll try to find a link to an article that you can read a little bit more about the situation with the. I found a BBC article about it. It didn't have all that much information, but there'll be more in the next couple of days, I'm sure. So if you move that out of the hands of teachers and coaches and into the home, in one way you can look at it as exactly the same. In another way you can look at it as not the same. I don't want to give anybody a pass. People of my generation, sometimes our parents hit us, spanking, whatever. And I know that there are people my age and younger that feel that it's okay, and it's the U.S. as well. A lot of people are perfectly fine with physically disciplining children. I am not. I don't think it's a good idea. It doesn't ever really do what you want to do. I will say I am a little hypocritical on this situation, because I do think that the one time a slap is okay is to make sure that if the child is putting their life in danger, then don't go crazy. But a light slap or it's tough. It's tough. I wish it was just the simple no, but I'm conflicted on it. So, and I know some of you are, and some of you aren't. You can go ahead and comment in the pants section below. And let me know what you think about in that particular situation. If a child is going to put their life in danger, like just getting ready to run out in front of cars without paying any attention, I think a lot of that is actually more the response of the parents to a incredibly stressful situation, and not necessarily thinking about the child in that case, but rather the parents' stress and relief that the child is okay. Parents today have no, in my opinion, excuse. You don't get to hit your kids. You just don't. They don't. It doesn't do anything. And if you look at Philip Zeplin's, he's got two videos, one about domestic violence and the other about corporal punishment at schools. Focuses more on corporal punishment at schools. I think he has a lot of good points. And it's definitely worth watching the video, and it's good because it's a different perspective from what I grew up with and from what I'm used to culturally, quite frankly. Check it out. It's totally worth the watch. Okay, I need to interrupt myself here for a second. I'm on the other side so you can tell which was... Anyway, the whole point is, and the thing that I wanted you to think about from the very, very beginning of the video is, does hitting children lend itself to the abuse of the elderly later on? If it's okay to hit a child, is it okay to... And I don't think this is a huge problem. I have no idea, particularly in Japan. But you hear about it every once in a while, abuse in nursing homes and stuff like that. Does the feeling of it's okay to hit a child lend itself to it's okay to abuse the elderly as well? I don't know. I forgot to mention it in the rest of the video, and it's the main reason that I wanted to bring this video, that I wanted to make this video and bring the point up. Is it because it's easy to hit children, and elderly and children are both basically, in many ways, helpless? Does that lack of respect for the child end up becoming lack of respect for the elderly parent or the elderly person? That's what I want you to think about. That's kind of the whole point of the video, and I didn't talk about it for the rest of it, and this is going to be a really long video anyway, so shh. Okay, bye. Get back to me. Yeah, see ya. For domestic violence in general, no, there's never a reason. You need to control yourself, and whether it's, the stronger of the pair hitting the weaker of it hitting the stronger, whatever. Any sort of mental or physical violence against another person in that situation is not appropriate. In most situations, it's not appropriate. Stressful fucking topic, man. Alright, so I want to just kind of wrap this up. Physically hitting someone for any reason generally is not going to get the message across that you want. Domestic violence, corporal punishment at school, I'm pretty sure in Japanese they're both taibatsu, and it doesn't work. It doesn't do what the person who's inflicting that is trying to accomplish. They're trying to accomplish respect, focus, to a degree. They're not really thinking even fear, but generally fear is what you get. It's not going to produce an athlete that is going to consistently perform on a higher level. It's not going to get a child who's going to behave. It's going to give someone who's going to flinch, right, if you pull back. And that's a bad thing. And yeah, it's not a good thing. Never works. Doesn't do what you want. So there's no reason to do it. It does roll over into bullying to a large degree. And I just was informed by a friend on Twitter about a situation with AKB that we can go into bullying, but I'm not. This video is going to be plenty long. I don't need to go into that today. It seems pretty cut and dried. Let me throw it back to the one point one more time. Teachers never need to do it. There's never any reason for it. If you are a coach and that is your only answer to getting your athletes to perform, then you need to stop coaching. If you are in a relationship and that is your only way to get your spouse or significant other or partner to do what you want, then you need to get out of that relationship. And you also need to seek help. But in Japan, it's a bigger challenge. So if you are a student and receiving this kind of punishment, then you need to tell people. Start with the principal, and start with your parents, and take them to the principal, and then take them to the Board of Education, whatever you have to do. If you are in a relationship and your partner hits you, get out. Get out of the relationship. If you have children, take them with you, but you need to seek help. There are shelters available. I wish I had more information about that. I'd love to pass that along. But there are domestic abuse shelters available in Japan, and I'll try to add some links down in the description. If you know of any, and can send me the link, please feel free, and I'll make sure that it gets into the description of the video. It is a very serious problem, and it's one that's not addressed very well all the time here. So, yeah, not a really happy video for the end of the month, but let's hope February will be a little bit better. All right, that's it. I'm out. See ya.